Hello, welcome back to another episode of Made in Abyss. And if you didn't realise, it is still light outside, to the fact where I could actually be doing something productive, or I could watch some more anime. And I think we all know where this conversation leads. And Reg and Rigo have descended into the abyss and have started to explore, found a little bit of hardships, but nothing too crazy. And I'm expecting that to escalate incredibly quickly, considering that we're now supposedly meant to be meeting one of the White Whistles. In fact, I think the only one that survived Riko's birth, other than her own mother. And as is the case for Made in Abyss, I'm expecting some beautifully rendered artwork of the scenery and some questionable content. Let's get it going. Once again, using the cheat of just lowering yourself down with the extendable arms. Everyone else just has to use a rope. And as of now, no one will follow. Pretty sure all of this was at the end of the other episode, so we're just getting a little recap. And who exactly was the narration from there? Interesting foliage. Interesting way of finding your direction, isn't it? Well, it's only really common knowledge because of all the other explorers who have gone before and found it all and made the connections. So it's good that he's got an enhanced hearing. Who are they going to find out here? And how are they going to really help? Well, other than Reg, obviously, because he's got some abilities. Rather hoarse voice there. I'm not putting it... Yeah, I'm not filled with confidence they're actually going to do much here. It's a purple. Bit late. It's that thing itself. The dude is dead. It's like Predator, isn't it? Yeet. They're coming. Not a great start to the second level, is it? You're going to have to do something. Because that one down on the ground is still looking at you. Great transition point. Wait till there's an actual sense of danger. There are definitely going to be some outright insane creatures, considering we're on the second level per se, and it's already got creatures that can mimic the sounds of people calling out for help. And the fact that they aren't particularly phased by the fact that, you've just stumbled across someone's corpse just shows that death is a big part of this world. Corpse-eating chicken bird. Well, they're not exactly going to be able to do much. She's passed out. And what looks to be vomit or something coming from her. And we're going to have an awakening. I want to know what his inner thought process is. Just don't hit at Rico. Quite the impressive beam. How often can you do that? Just blast everything constantly. Oh. The Curse of the Abyss. Yeah. Was it just because she's made it down this far, or was it because the corpse feeder was lifting her up? Ascending to an upper level. Impressive. Vaporization, most likely. Would be a humane way to end it all, I guess. As long as it's relatively instant. Mm-hmm. Oh. He had to make sure that she wasn't hurt. Even though he is a robot. Oh, they haven't moved away from the destruction zone. So yeah, she's now going to see it all. And is that molten rock? Or is it wood? Since that's the name of the episode, yeah, sure. He's got to be a bit better next time. The last time he used it. Mm-hmm. So he was a lot more skilled at being able to control it, yes. To be fair, you do kind of need that kind of power if you're to descend further. Okay. Is this due to him using his hand cannon, or is it the voice inside his head? Or some other unknown. It's going to be Rico, isn't it? There we go. Great nightmare. What was it? The self-destruction there? Did he have a miniaturized nuke inside of him? Well, last time that he used it, that's when they found him as well, wasn't it? Yeah, and he was out cold then, so. So now you've lost the compass and your notebook. How much are you going to have left by the end of this little journey? This escapade? So that's the only way that the upper levels are going to hear of her accolades, isn't it? Chin chin. Might be for the best. Other parts of the information gathered might be of use, but even with all of this death and travelling into the unknown, you got to stop and have a bit of food every now and again. It's quite lucky that they know how to, at least one of them knows how to cook. Okay. It's kind of like chicken, maybe. Yeah. But you're only indirectly eating people. It's fine. My guess is that they don't really have a lot of farming potential. So the only creatures that they could get meat from probably had some interaction with humans. It's the circle of life. Quite a good little fork knife implement they've got there. I haven't had steak in a while. And now we get the peaceful descent. Nice. Correct use of the arms there. You don't have room to carry it all. I think that thing might become of importance at some point. Or it's just to convey that she's still finding everything amazing. How does this work? How do waterfalls get inverted like this? It can't be entirely down to wind. What does he have planned? Oh, his cloak thing. Yeah, an extra layer isn't going to go amiss. He's a robot. Is it got something to do with the fact that he's put his cloak on her? Analysing her data or something? Quite the quick inference you've got there. What are they throwing? Tiny bit of janky animation there. I don't know if that was the recording or the thing itself. Oh, one's dead. It's lucky that they found this little path where they don't need to keep swinging across the branches. Someone's keeping tabs on them. She's not. I'm guessing it's a she at least, because I'm guessing it is the white whistle they're looking for. But anyway, not there. So on their way to meet them, maybe. Okay. The ingenuity of people. I wouldn't fancy walking along any of those beams, though. Wouldn't blame them, though, would you? Red Whistle shouldn't be coming down this far. Something has captured him. She seems disconnected from the world. Well, they've already been told to be wary of her. Not the best introduction to a heroic figure. Quite good that she might recognise who Rico is, though. Is that for the best, though? I mean, she helped her get out of the abyss in the first place when she was born. Maybe that was at the bequest of Liza rather than actually wanting to. What is going on with the conflicting voices inside his head? And was anything of his personality shifted or changed because of the 50,000 volts that they shot through him to wake him up? Haven't really seen any of the explorers carry weapons. How are you expecting to face off against 15 corpse feeders, the big worm dude, some ants, and anything else that might appear in this bloody abyss without weaponry? Or maybe it's just we're not really showing it because we don't need to know right now. I've got a bunch of little questions that are niggling around, but I think they're soon to be answered with the introduction of this white whistle. We already knew about how the entire society is kind of ingrained in exploration and obviously losing people along the way. They're gonna become a bit desensitized to death, really, isn't it? And how many people are they going to find along the way that have fallen? And is there going to be anyone that we know? That might affect them a bit more than anything else. You see, this show is giving off a lot of questions that we're meant to be wondering about Reg and the Abyss itself, because it is a journey of discovery, not only on exploring the unknown, but also exploring yourself and what it is to find out, to know who you are. So you got both sides of the exploration there. Not subtly done, but anyway, I'm looking forward to finding out a bit more about the Abyss. I just want to know what's really dangerous and see what that's like. But the journey along the way is part of all of it, isn't it? So I can't skip too much. If you've enjoyed, then let me know. You know how to do it by now, at least I really hope you do. It doesn't take much time out of your day, but if you could like the video, it does me a world of good. And it lets me know that you're actually enjoying it, which is, well, the only thing that really matters. If you're happy, I'm happy. Get some rest. And I'll see you in the next one.